AUD COG Productions presents.
If you look at women's happiness has been going down since the Second World War. Actually, every decade, women are getting more miserable.
The only thing I get on my knees to do is pray, and then I go to work, and you don't need to label me a feminist to do that. That's just an American thing, in my opinion.
The side of history they don't want you to hear.
I think it's sad. I think it's a sad day. I think our security is at risk today.
Alternative history, written for and by winners.
It's over.
No.
We lost.
No.
The New World Order has taken over.
No. All you gotta do is just keep some hope, babe. Here, put on this red hat. I'm sure God's looking down at us. Can't you just believe?
I don't know, Sheppy.
Have some faith, will ya? By using Think Good's Cave Wave, you'll be thinking like the man upstairs in no time. By extracting Neanderthal DNA with ginseng tea and bone broth, you'll be showing everyone who's really boss around here. Think Good. Duh.
And we're back. You were just listening for an advertisement for Cave Wave by Think Good, and it's a great product. I would have to say the best part of it is, after a week of taking it, you start feeling that switch in the back of your head. You just start thinking clearly. You can see through the lies. You feel invigorated. You feel strong. You feel light. There's not all these things weighing you down, and I just have to give it up for Think Good. They've done a lot of stuff, and they've grown so much over the last 5 years. Dr. Ed Snowflakes recommended it to me about 2 years ago, and I haven't really looked back. All right, so back to the press at hand. I got so much here that I don't even really know where to start. But I'll tell you what, fake news has been in the news, and we couldn't be happy over here at Alternative History. We were reading a report today in Russian Today in RT that having one centralized news source, especially if it's coming from the government, is the only way real truth is going to emerge. When you have everyone else trying to drag you in the mud, it's just too many chefs in the kitchen, too many cooks trying to make their own concoctions. And I'll tell you what, most of the concoctions are dishonest. Most of them are false. Most of them are angry. Most of them are sad. Most of them are mean. And we just don't have time for that. There's too many things happening at once that you have to sit back and you say, I don't have time for this. Just give me the truth. Give me the real news. I don't want fake news clogging up my mind. I don't need fake news guiding me where to go. I need real news. And I think the Trump administration is already starting to show signs that we are going to have a centralized news source. Whether they, slowly tear down the walls of deception from CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBC, CBS, Cartoon Network, you name it. All of it is just meant to distract you from what's really going on, and we don't have the time for that. The time is actually running out. There's so many issues at hand, so we couldn't be happier about what's happening. In other news, there's been a mysterious disappearance of Christopher Steele that has not been found yet. Well, I wonder why. He's such a coward. He's just hiding because he knows that what he did was not only unpatriotic, but actually disgusting, actually sad, actually pathetic. He's that desperate for attention that he just made up something out of thin air and he just put it up for everybody to see and then ran away like the little Chechkin that he is. It's sad. It's sad. And, we don't have We don't have the time to worry about cowards like that. We have a leader to focus on. We have Donald J. Trump, and we just keep our eyes on the prize. We can get the things done that we need to get done. And now that the GOP is on our side, finally they waking up. It took them long enough. The GOP was in la-la land for the last 10 years. You know, they did so little with Obama. It's insane. How could you do that little with Obama? He's horrible. He is a travesty. And, you know, once we get that stain out, I think we're all going to sleep a little better. Ed's nodding his head over there. Ed, what do you think?
Well, you know what I think, Eagle? As long as the fake news is keeping its mouth shut, then you know, I think we're all going to be a little happier and see the things that need to be done and the things that we've been waiting to see.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Ed. We're going to play you a clip that happened earlier yesterday from patriotic Paris Dennard. He was on CNN Counterfeit Crime News Networks, and he challenged Don Lemon, and he just couldn't handle the pressure. He caved in. Remember, we're going to play that clip
also,
right now.
He actually never let go of ownership of his businesses. So his adult children are traveling, making money for the organization, so he's profiting.
I want to bring in
Paris.
Not a puppet. Not a puppet. But I want to get it all in before we have to go. Paris, what do you think?
I think this is fake news. This is not a news story. Don,
tell me what about it is fake.
Tell him, Paris.
Are we going down this road again?
Yeah, we are.
Come on, Paris.
I didn't interrupt any of you all. Let me just tell you why. The president is not breaking any laws, and he's not doing anything. It's not his fault.
Paris, hold on. Let me ask you this.
No.
Let me ask you. I'm going to let you finish. I'm going to let you finish. Do you actually know what the definition of fake news is?
I'll tell you.
What we're doing right now?
No, okay. Well,
because
then you are part of the fake news because you are on the network and you're part of
fake news.
Fake news is when you. Hang on. Let me explain to
story.
people out there watching and you what fake news is. Fake news is when you put out a story to intentionally deceive someone and you know that it is wrong.
Not true.
I don't know of anyone who has put out a story in the mainstream media that I can think of right now to intentionally deceive anyone. Now, people get things wrong. Sources sometimes come up empty, but no one that I know has put out anything to intentionally deceive someone. This story that we're doing right now is not to intentionally deceive anyone. We are simply talking about the cost to keep a president safe, the Secret Service cost, and what are the pros and the cons, and as Andre said, and if there are ways that we can maybe able to work on that to make it fiscally better for the American people. There is nothing fake about that. Please stop it with that stupid talking point that it is a fake news story. If you don't want to participate in the news stories on this network, then don't come on and participate. But don't call them fake because you don't agree with them. Go on.
Don, this is a fake news story, in my opinion, because the underlying
Paris,
assumption
thank you very much, everyone.
that...
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Good night, all.
Thanks, Don.
What a crybaby. He had to run away and go under the covers with his little libtard and snowflake friends. People don't get it. Fake news is everywhere. The only real source you can get your news is from Trump. He cares so deeply about you and all of us. He puts himself behind. He's the last person he cares about. Wake up, smell the coffee. Eagle Simkins out.